Hello Leo and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your yearly 2025 tarot reading for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Leo. What we're going to do is what we always do. We're going to pull one card by month, go through the energies. It's also an intuitive reading and see what we get. I also do the quarterly readings where I go into more detail in terms of the energies that I get from this reading for each quarter of the year. So do check those out too. As always, these won't be for everybody, so take what resonates for you. So let's see what we have for our lovely Leos for 2025, Angel Spirits Guides. Starting with January. Thank you. We have Justice. It's a card of Libra. The Fool, another major arcana. That's February. The Sun, your planet, is March. 3 major arcana so far. We have the Nine of Wands, April. King of Pentacles, May. June, we have the Six of Pentacles. July, we have the Tower. The World is August. Two of Wands, September. October, the Chariot. Ace of Cups, November. And Leo energy to finish off the year, we have the Six of Wands. So we're going to pull some oracle cards at the end of this reading. But let's go into the details of the readings by month, of the cards by month, and see what we get for you. So we start with Justice. Justice is all about doing the right thing. It represents things like with integrity, fully appreciating that our actions can always have consequences. So it might well be if you have decisions to make, if you're dealing with a situation in January. And sometimes we can be tempted with lower vibrational energy here to respond, to react, to walk down a particular path. This is all about doing the right thing, having integrity, being fully aware of actions and consequences. So it's about the straight line. It's about the straight and true path here, Leo. And it's about making those choices and decisions and acting with integrity, honor, respect, truth, and so on and so forth. So it might well be for some of you that you're facing a situation here, and the advice would be exactly as I've described there. The Justice card can also be very powerful as karmic rewards. What you put into something is what you get back. It can also be very powerful, like I said, actions and consequences of actions. So it might well be that you're dealing with some situation here, Leo, and you might be waiting for a decision to come in. And you've been putting time and energy into something here, likely to get some karmic reward back, whether it's the truth, whether it's the right, the fair, the true, the just, the honourable kind of decision as well, the fair decision. Justice can be linked with legal processes, government institutions. It's not just limited to that. It can also be things like mortgage contracts, loan applications, copyright, trademarks, green cards, visa applications. So you understand what I'm saying. The Justice energy is very favourable when it appears in your reading. It speaks of a favourable decision a lot of the time, as long as we act with integrity and stand by what's right and true and fair, is the energy here. Very powerful energy. It can also be a very positive sign in terms of contracts. So it could be a business thing. It could also be to do with things like marriage contracts as well with Justice. Yeah, sorry, something dropped in. Some of you might be becoming justice of the peace. I don't know where that, some of you that might resonate. So we have February time. We have the Fool. You've got a lot of major arcana. The first quarter of this year is significant for you here, Leo. The Fool energy is all about taking a leap of faith. It represents a brand new beginning, a brand new chapter, an opportunity to take a leap of faith into the unknown and start something new. So for some of you, it might well be that you're starting something new. You're opening a new door in an area of your life, and it's full of possibility and potential. And sometimes we just have to take that deep dive and take a leap, and surrendering and trusting that we are going to be watched over. The sun shines on the Fool's back. So, and you've got everything that you need. The Fool has a little tiny knapsack there, and it's just everything that the Fool needs to start that particular journey, as well as the kind of loyal friend, in the picture as well, represented by the dog. So this is a very powerful energy of new chapters, new beginnings, taking a leap of faith, taking a chance on the new, a new beginning, new door opening for you. Starting something new, carving out a new path for yourself in whichever life area, but it's full of possibility and potential. This is just the beginning. Very powerful energy here, Leo. It could also be here with these two energies. For some of you, it might well be that you've been going through some kind of process or experience here, but you're finally getting a decision in and you can liberate from the whole thing. Lighten the load and start a brand new chapter for yourself as well. So again, certainly January to February, that's a big energy for you. Love the sun being in your reading, because this is your planet. It is the planet of Leo. So the sun, good news, celebration, joy, happiness, abundance, success, light after dark. If you're waiting for answers, it can be a very, very resounding yes coming into you. So in whichever area of life, it represents growth, expansion, things feeling more positive and uplifted. It can represent light after dark in whichever situation. You could see that in a health issue, financial issue, relationship issue, family issue. The same energy really applies. It represents everything's about to get so much better, and it just feels that kind of energy. You feel that sense of positivity and warmth and vibrancy with the sun as well. Now, the sun can also represent the things in the picture, so this might well be a positive time for things like pregnancy, positive things happening with children, positive things happening with pets as well. But when you have the sun in a reading, it's such a powerful energy. It really does kind of set a tone for the whole year, because there is such a feeling here, certainly the first quarter, whatever's happening in the first quarter, I feel it's kind of setting you on a path, even powerful illumination here, to kind of light your own path and light your way forward in a scenario that feels very positive and has that sense of growth and expansion and possibility attached to it. We have the 9 of Wands in April, sometimes called the wounded warrior, but this person is still battling on. They're still standing guard, they're still standing firm. So the 9 of Wands can represent if you're being tested or challenged in some way in April time. It can be that sense here of have the grit and determination to persevere, to see something through, because you're nearly at the end of something here. Now that could be, like I said, in any area of life. It could well be something that has been testing you and challenging you, but you've been determined to kind of like persevere to the end kind of energy. You're nearly at the end here. In fact, it's one final step, one final hurdle, one final push here, and then you're done. So this can be a very powerful indication here, Leo, that you're nearly at the end of something here that has been testing and difficult. But it represents that sense of perseverance that's needed here. It's always darkest before the dawn. Sometimes we have a bit of a dark night of the soul with this card as well. But actually, you're nearly at the end of this. You're nearly one final push. What could be actually one practical thing, and then it's done. That's what you're being told here. So very powerful as a result of that. You're nearly there, one final push here. Now, the Nine of Wands can represent a health issue, or you could be helping somebody else on some kind of health issue or challenging issue or testing issue of some kind as well, because this can represent your own journey or helping somebody else on a journey as well. And it's just that kind of responsibility. It's that added weight, it's that added pressure, it's that added challenge in your life that is difficult, but it is fire energy, which you are a fire sign. So certainly have the passion, the resoluteness, the courage, the strength to see something through to the end or help somebody else to. But it can be also being tested in terms of career and money. It could well be for some of you in terms of something that has tested your relationship in some way, but you're persevering and you're going to see something through. Because really the 9 is 1 before the 10. And when we get to the kind of 10, we have an opportunity to let go of the weight or the burden however we choose to. So this is that sense of persevering a little bit more, but then you get to the end result. You get to lighten the load, lighten the pressures, and so on and so forth. We have a King of Pentacles in May. This could be somebody who's helping you with this scenario, but not limited to that. King of Pentacles as an energy represents stability, security, financial success. Somebody who understands how to manifest money. So it might well be that those areas, getting stability back, it could be in the relationship itself, it could be emotional stability, it could represent further commitment. You could be meeting somebody like a King of Pentacles also in relationship energies. And this is somebody who is solid, stable. They mean what they say they mean what they say they mean. In case you have any doubt of that, that is the energy here of the King of Pentacles. Can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but not limited to that. In money, career, finances, this can be somebody who holds opportunity, a leader in business. It can also be to do with an investor, bank manager, business advisor, loans, cash injections, troubleshooter, somebody who's very good at providing practical solutions, not just financially, but in any area of life. So this person is pretty significant for you if it's a person, male or female. For others of you, it could well be that you're manifesting commitment, stability, security, financial success in an area of your life here. And it's interesting when we have this right next to this, the Six of Pentacles, this is somebody who's reaching out, offering you something. Now that can be to do with money areas, a sum of money. You know, this is it can be to do with opportunity, but it's not limited to that. If you're waiting to get a sum of money approved to do something with, this would also be a very positive sign on that basis. It could also be somebody gifting you money as well with this card. It can sometimes represent, for me as a reader, a win as well. It's not a significant amount of money here, Leo, but it can also represent some kind of win. Very positive on that basis. If you needed money to kind of like rebalance out finances in some way, this would also be, like I said, a gift of some kind, somebody helping you out or you helping them out. It can be vice versa. But the Six of Pentacles also represents, it can be as advice or somebody offering you something that's as valuable as gold. That can be advice, that can be wisdom, that can be knowledge, that could be a solution. So very powerful on that basis as well. But there's definitely, you can see the scales here. There's certainly an opportunity to rebalance things in some way. Is what I see for you here, Leo. So let's move to July. We have a Tower. Towers represent change in its fundamental form. It represents the tearing down of the old, because an area of your life is ready to be released, raised to the ground, so that you can move forward to build something new. It's all part of our evolution. It might well be, a lot of the time we outgrow situations. We change happens, truth, revelation, an event that happens, someone's actions. It can represent the tearing down of the old. So for some of you, it might well be that you're dealing with some kind of Tower moment. Now, yes, it can represent any area of life, relationship, property, could be a landlord issue or a property issue of some kind. It can represent family, it can represent health areas, it can represent business, career, finances. But remember, the Towers can also be about winning the lottery. Tower moments can be about, marriage. Tower moments can be about where there is such significant change. We release the old and we evolve, we move forward. So however this is manifesting for you, the Tower is always a kind of a neutral energy, and there's generally an energy of divine influence with the Tower energies. So a lot of the time, I always say, when Tower moments happen, we go with them, we accept them, we look for the opportunities in change, we look for what Spirit's trying to teach us and show us and guide us in terms of how we move forward on a new path. And this can be that kind of energy here. And again, if it's to do with things like truth or revelation of some kind, it is because you need to see it, in order to as a catalyst of change. So this is the energy at play here. But like I said, Tower moments can be equally as big in terms of winning lotteries and so on. We have the World here. So the World, Leo, can be very positive in terms of, it's always a celebratory energy for me as a reader, because it represents the completion, and it's right under the Fool actually. So you do have in this reading powerful new beginnings and powerful completions this year. But this is the completion of a cycle. But we learn, we grow, we evolve, we take those lessons with us to the next phase of our life, but you're leveling up. You're stepping through to the next phase of your life. This is very powerful in terms of completions. Now, it could well be you're drawing the line under a situation. There's a major completion here. For others of you, it can represent being ready to step through to the next phase of your life in some way. Promotions would be significant for this. Deepening a commitment, a relationship in some way, moving to the next level in that way as well. It can also be very powerful in terms of things like completing a significant educational period of your life as well. Again, there could well be graduation here as well, reasons to celebrate. So very good in terms of celebrations, achievements, accomplishments, victory, successful outcomes as well. So if those are the messages that you're waiting to hear, this will be a very powerful energy on that basis too. We have September time, the Two of Wands, fire energy again. Two of Wands represents somebody who is stood at a crossroads, and they're really asking themselves, what next? Where do I go from here? It can be about staying or going, and the choice would be about staying where it's familiar or stepping into the unknown, if that's the case. If that is the message for you, it's about don't let fear of the unknown stop you from making the right choice for you. But, it's fire energy. This is somebody who is confident. Their world is in their hands. The world is so small compared to their own power to make choices and shape their world in terms of how they make life choices and moving forward. So that is what the energy really does represent. The fact that you have the power through choice and decision to shape your reality. And it might well be that there is some crossroads in terms of where you go from here. Now, it can represent two paths, two choices, two options, two people, two situations, two pathways, two opportunities. There could well be some kind of choice to make on that basis as well. But this is about the world is in your hands and you decide in terms of where you go from here. But you're in a very good position here. And this is somebody who is very powerful or recognizing their own power and taking control of their own life and their own world. And that would be the advice as well here. I always say this person, I don't really go into the description of the imagery too much in tarot, but this person has built a fortress. And so there's accomplishment here. There is stability. There is what's familiar here. And it's that sense of now there is the expansive energy of the wider world outside that fortress. Where do I go from here? How do I want to expand my life? How do I want to grow my life? Where are the opportunities? Where do I see the greatest growth and potential on my path and the life choices associated with that? So it's a very expansive time for you in September. And it's about having that sense of creativity, courage, passion, resoluteness to make choices and decisions for your highest good. We have the chariot here. Now with these energies, the Two of Wands and the chariot, it can be about a choice or a decision to potentially move on. So for some of you, it might well be there's an opportunity here to leave something behind. Between these two cards, it's dependent on your choice in terms of how you overcome the challenges and difficulties and obstacles with the chariot. So it might well be between these 2 months that there is some significant choice to make in terms of how you're going to move forward in a scenario and how you're going to overcome the challenges and obstacles that you might face. Again, if these 2 months are connected, but they might not be. The chariot is a great card of victory, triumph and success. But it takes a lot of willpower. There is also, and again, it's interesting the way the cards have come out. Again, under this energy as well, the chariot is also about determination and willpower and resoluteness. Because there could well be a situation here where you might have felt derailed a little bit. You might have felt knocked off your driving seat. You might have felt that you've had to keep on getting back on the horse, getting back in the driving seat, keep on refocusing and keep on charging ahead. So willpower is absolutely needed in October time. But if you have that kind of energy and adopt it, you're absolutely going to overcome anything that's in your way, and victory, triumph and success is going to be yours. Winning also with this kind of card as well, with the chariot. So however that manifests for you, this is the resoluteness, the determination, eyes on the prize. This is where I'm heading. This is where I want to be. And even if we kind of go down a few rabbit holes, we have to kind of really get back in the driving seat and keep on going and refocus. And that's the energy here at play, Leo. But absolutely, you're going to do that and you're going to get there. And that's the energy here at play. It can also represent choices to overcome something in terms of love and romance as well. You know, especially, again, the Ace of Cups can be self-love first and foremost. But if there's a choice here in terms of can we overcome something between us in a relationship scenario, whatever format that relationship is, or do I move on from it? That might well be the choice here. Because again, the Ace of Cups, new, renewed, or next level love and romance as well. So, yeah, I also want to say with the chariot, there could well be something to do with, sometimes it can indicate issues with travel or the need to travel. It can actually be also about moving from A to B. So there could well be some important journey or some kind of movement where you're moving from what was to what will be. So moving on from a scenario in that way. But could be some important journey here as well. It can also represent a vehicle of some kind, the importance or significance of a vehicle. Sometimes we have to be careful with this card, but it can also represent things like new vehicles or, you understand what I'm saying. So however that manifests for you. Now, I've spoken about the Ace of Cups, a lovely new beginning. The Ace of Cups is such a warm, fuzzy energy. It really is. It can be in terms of self-love first and foremost. It's when the heart is opening up, and when we are in touch with our senses, fully in touch with our senses, where we open up to a new beginning, where it's like that sense of smelling the roses. Everything, all our senses become heightened again with this kind of energy. Because really that's the energy of the 5 streams of water coming out of the cup. The cup is overflowing. This is Spirit really giving us an opportunity to have our cup filled and overflowing with new joy, new happiness. And that sensual energy here of really embracing the senses and awakening and the heart opening up to seeing that sense of beauty and awakening our sensory capacity to really interact with the world in a new way. So this is what I see for you. It's a very powerful, beautiful energy. It really does affect our energy, the Ace of Cups. It is linked with our emotions and feelings. But there could also be a spiritual awakening here as well for you. And it does represent a new beginning. Again, lotus flowers on the lake here do represent new beginnings and spiritual awakenings. And again, the heart opening up, just like lotus flowers open up in the sun. So, very powerful energy here. New, renewed, or next level love is available to you here. The Ace of Cups can also link with new friendships, new bonds being formed with new people. You might feel ready. It can represent pets as well, new bonds being formed with pets. So it is just that sense of the heart opening up, being open to, again, very formed new bonds, new, renewed, or next level. But for a lot of you, it feels like it just feels that time of emotional renewal, rebirth, self-love first and foremost, and being open to a new beginning on all levels. Now, the additional message with the Ace of Cups, if it's not love areas, the Ace of Cups can also represent a new happy beginning, new joy. Could be that you've been striving for something here, Leo, with the chariot, and you're getting it. This is a victory, this is a win, this is a success, and new joy as a result of that. So very powerful in that respect. It can also represent pregnancy, as well if there is an energy here where you've been determined and resolute, and maybe the journey has not been easy, but this can also indicate pregnancy as well. I also want to say, because the aces are so powerful and link with so many areas of our life, this is a very creative energy. So it can represent new creative projects or starting a new creative project, the heart opening up to something that really connects to your heart, that allows you to express your truth. Could be a YouTube channel. For some of you, it can also be linked with things like publishing, writing, arts, entertainment, culture. You understand, something that you can just really express, amateur dramatics. You understand what I'm saying. It can be big or small, but it's something that gives you new joy, new pleasure. I love the fact that you're finishing on a high. This just feels here that with the Six of Wands is Leo energy. The Six of Wands is if you're competing for something, or if you've been battling for something here again. These two cards, this is a card of victory, triumph, and success. Significant achievement, recognition as well. So there may well be some kind of recognition, you're getting noticed. It can be linked with things like promotions as well. We have a couple of cards where you have an opportunity to move to the next level here in this reading for this year. So very powerful on that basis here. In other areas of life, this can be about if you had inner conflict on something, or there was external conflict, this card gives you an opportunity to move on from it and put it behind you, and also claim victory over it. So very powerful on that basis. because you have the power, the resoluteness, the determination, the understanding of how to overcome things that cause you conflict and challenge and drama and difficulty, even competition, and get noticed, get recognized, and get what you want. So this is a very powerful card in terms of recognition in some way, getting noticed, achievements, promotions, and putting even difficulty behind you would be the energy here. But like I said, it's also one of the marriage cards in tarot as well, so it can be significant on that front. If you haven't felt on the same page as another person, this is where you get to find a way forward and move on from the issues that that might have challenged you as well. And again, with the Ace of Cups, and this can represent new joy coming into your life for whatever reason. And there is that sense of achievement, victory, moving on from whatever has challenged you, and feeling that sense of harmony and equilibrium in your life. So very powerful on that basis here. We also need to remember the people who have helped us on the journey as well, the people who celebrate with us. It's a great card of the people who carry us through. People who help us overcome challenges in some way. So again, people celebrating with you, happy for you, supporting you. Lovely energy there, Leo. But like I said, significant achievement, victory, triumph, and success for you here. Moving on and moving forward in a scenario too. You can see that it's in terms of things like awards as well and accomplishments. So again, however that manifests for you. So what I'm going to do, Leo, is I'm going to pull some additional messages. I'm going to pull you a fortune card. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Leo? What do we have for Leo? We have number 15, key. New beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those ready to let go of the past. So you hold the key to unlock the way forward here. Sometimes we choose whether we want to open that door or not as well. But the choice is yours. The decision is yours. You hold the key. Key to solutions, key to success, key to overcoming something, key to new beginnings. However that manifests for you, you hold the solution. And that's the energy that I was feeling with that Two of Wands. The world is so small compared to this person's empowered energy to make life choices that will shape that world. Fully embracing the fact that you control your life, and the direction that you go in. We have number 2 and angel. Your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. Let's see what we have as a power animal oracle card for you, Leo. What do we have for Leo? I mean, you do have like 1, 2, 3 cards of victory, triumph, and success in the last half of the year as well. So, and again, these can be different areas of life, but certainly a feeling of empowered energy. All right, what do we have for Leo? It's like that there is some kind of awakening, and sometimes circumstances that we go through awaken our own power and potential. And I have that feeling here for you this year, in the sense that there's just a powerful awakening of your discovering what you're made of. You're discovering your own power. We have Moose, authority. You know what is best for you. Yeah, kind of ties in with what I'm saying. Yeah, we have Butterfly, transformation. Get ready for a big breakthrough. I always say about the butterfly, when the butterfly emerges from the chrysalis into a butterfly, the process is not easy. Actually, it's quite difficult, but something beautiful comes out at the end. Transformed. Let's pull you a destiny card, Leo. See what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Leos? What does Leo need to hear for 2025? Angel, spirits, guides. Oh, yeah. Opportunity. And I've got to tell you, because I did look, and of course I've got the cat. Okay, Leo, so we have focus, and this is what I keep on saying to you here. There needs to be real focus. Don't get derailed. You might feel that you go down a few rabbit holes this year. You might feel pulled off track in some way, but this energy of you hold the key. You hold the key as long as you take control of situations and remember your own power. That whatever you're dealing with, the situation isn't bigger than your power to overcome it. And the key to that is focus. Stay focused on what you want the end result to be, and don't get derailed. It's a strong energy there. So let's see what we have for you. Focus. Let's read focus first. We have the snowy mountain peak. What you focus on is what you pull to you. So put your attention on that which is worthwhile. Concentrate on one desire. Direct your intent to one thing, rather than being scattered in many directions. When your thoughts and actions are unfocused, it dilutes and diminishes your forward movement. It is much easier to gain results when you are concentrating on one path. Gather your inner resources and, with intensity and passion, go forward and upward. And you'll see results. This is also a card of spiritual transcendence and traveling to higher realms. So stay focused as you elevate your higher consciousness. You are close to heavenly realms. With that, we have opportunity. Moon through the pine trees. Gifts from the universe are ready to cascade into your life. Abundance, health, longevity, vitality, and joy are flowing to you, gently and easily in the days ahead. There may be times when the goodness of life feels like it's ebbing and flowing, rather than being a steady stream of fulfillment. This is similar to the moon peeking through the pine trees for a moment or two. But as you stay open and receptive, physical and emotional gifts will come into your life. Instead of bemoaning the fact that there isn't a steady and constant stream of joy and gifts from the universe, accept whatever you received in a spirit of gratitude, and your bounty will increase tenfold. This is a universal law. Opportunity here. And I'm going to finish off with an Archangel Michael message. So what do we have for Leo? Message for our lovely Leos for 2025. Yeah. It's what I was saying, number 13, get your power back. You have forgotten who you are. You are a child of the divine, so take back your power. I see that here in the cards, Leo. Leo, that's what I have for you for 2025. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful year, and I'll see you next time.